Hello everyone, have a pleasant day. This is Dr. Srimati from Dr. Ambedkar Global Law Institute, Tirupati. Today we are going to see vouching. What is vouching is? So this means testing the truth of items appearing in the books of original entry, where it is in the books of any organization. So here it is considered to be the essence of auditing, and therefore the auditor should be very careful while vouching. So what is vouching is actually it to substantiate an entry in the books of accounts not only with the documentary evidence but also to see that the transaction has been properly authorized, recorded and entered in the books of accounts. So already you know, in auditing the auditor has to vouch the books of accounts properly. So here this vouching is very much important. So here the success of an auditor in vouching depends upon his intelligence, common sense, observation and tact with which he handles his work. So without that the vouching is incomplete. If vouching is incomplete, his audit work is incomplete and it will not reflect the true and fair view of the business. Okay, and let us see the definition. So according to Dixie, vouching consists of comparing entries in the books of accounts with documentary evidence in support thereof. It means checking the correctness and authenticity of the transactions. So whether the transaction has done it correct and whether it has been authorized properly. So that is what the auditor has to check in vouching. And the next thing is objectives of vouching. So there are many objectives are there. We have to see the main objectives of vouching. So the first one is all the transactions relating to the business have been properly recorded in the books of accounts. That is to be noted first. Okay, that is all the transactions have been properly recorded. And next one is to verify that all the transactions recorded in the books of accounts are supported by the documentary evidence. Okay, so there are certain entries, it has been recorded, but whether the entries have been supported by the documentary evidence. And the next one is there is an evidence also. There is a record of books of accounts and it is about an evidence also. And then whether the particular evidence is properly authorized by a responsible person, that we have to see. That is the auditor has to see. That is the next objective of accounting, auditing. And next one is the vouchers have been properly processed. It means there is about a documentary evidence that is called vouchers, whether it has been properly processed through each stage of effective system of internal check, that the auditor has to see it. And next one is the vouchers have been properly authorized. Okay, whether the vouchers are properly authorized, whom it should be authorized, that is to that the case the auditor has to see. And whether the accuracy has been observed while totaling, carry forward and recording an amount in the account. So these are the things of main objectives of vouching. And why the vouching is, that is importance of vouching. So we can say it is a fundamental to all audit procedures, and this success of audit will depend upon the thoroughness with which the vouching is completed. So here we can say it is an important tool in the hands of auditor, and that is the success of an auditor in vouching depends upon his intelligence. Already I said it is depends upon his intelligence, common sense, then observation and tact with which he handles his work. Okay, so because he has to check it correctly, then the auditor has to see that the transaction has been properly authorized. Let us give an example. There is about an voucher. Okay, there is an purchase of an office table. So here it may be recorded in the books of accounts, but this record by itself does not show the purchase of office table was actually authorized. So here it may be a fictitious purchase with an object of misappropriation of cash which has been made for it. So here in this case the auditor has to see it whether it has been properly authorized Okay, whether there is about requirement of a office table, and if it is the requirement, whether it has been properly processed through internal check for purchase of an office table, that he has to check and vouch. Okay, that is his duty. And vouching includes a routine check as well as to carry forwards, then extensions and postings into the ledgers, then cast, subcast and other calculations in the books of original entry. So here if it is about a small concern, the auditor can check and he can able to conduct a detailed vouching of the transactions. But if it is about a big industries or organization, he has to depend upon the internal control system, and then extensively, okay, to some extent he can depend upon the internal control system, and based he can go with the samples. And let us see what is voucher is. What is voucher? So here a voucher is a return paper or a document in support of an entry in the books of accounts. Okay, so it is about a paper or a document, and then it is a documentary evidence in support of various entries. So here certain vouchers may be a primary nature, and while others are collateral or secondary nature. So let us see an example of vouchers. Say for example cash receipt. If transaction is cash receipts, then what is in vouchers? So we can say the counterfiles of receipts issued, or the carbon copies have been issued. Okay, and then the correspondence of letters between the debtors confirming the balance of their accounts. Suppose cash paid means again the original receipts from the payee or invoices, bills. And then purchases means invoices or copies of orders or a correspondence. Sales means the orders which has been recorded or goods outward book. Then opening journal entries, so the purchase and sales returns, then bills payable and bills receivable, and last year balance sheets, records, etc. This we have to see. Then how the examination of vouchers are to be done. So the auditor has to see that all the vouchers are consecutively numbered and filed. If these are not arranged serially, then time will be lost in locating a particular voucher. And then the dates of vouchers should be correspondent with the cash book, and the inspected voucher should be cancelled by mean of a stamp or tick mark with a special sign, or it may be the way it is so it should not be used again for a fictitious transaction. Then it should be authorized by an official properly empowered by in this behalf. Okay, and then the amount in receipt must be shown in words as well as figures. Okay, if the two differs, then it should be investigated. Then while vouching, the auditor should not take any help of client staff. And then in case any explanation or clarification is required with respect to any voucher, the same should be noted in the audit notebook. So likewise, the auditor has to examine and vouch. The list of missing vouchers should be prepared, and the reason for the loss should be obtained from the client. And then overwriting or erasure on the voucher should not be accepted. And then the receipt should be indicated the period for which the payment has been made. And then the special attention should be paid to vouchers which are in the personal name of partners, and then managers, directors, or any other person. So suppose it should be seen that the proper treatment for such a transaction has been provided in the books of accounts. So these are the how the examination of vouchers should be done by the auditor. And balance in your next class. Until then, it's bye from Srimati. Thank you.